All right, hello everybody. So I'm really excited to be here today. We got another valuable video to go over. And this is how do you successfully generate leads for your fitness studio. So this applies to small to medium sized fitness branches, whether we're talking about a yoga studio, a group-based fitness studio, so people that are joining for classes like bar, maybe CrossFit, TRX, things of that nature. However, I intended this whole PowerPoint to be through the perspective of a mixed martial arts gym, but like I said, all of the others will apply beautifully to this. So let's continue. And there's going to be three crucial steps that we're going to go over. So the first one is know your audience. So guys, this is really simple, easy to brush off. However, this is super important to know. And the reason being is because what I see a lot of gym owners make the mistake of doing is they have all of their avatars listed out and they create one campaign that tries to cater to everybody. Now I'm going to show you why this is wrong. So I made up three different characters. For the sake of this video, let's assume they're all real. So we have the first one on the left. Let's say this is Amy. She's 50 years old, new to fitness. She just wants an enjoyable way to work out. And perhaps she's intimidated by large gyms, crowded gyms with a lot of people around. So she just wants a little bit more of an intimate workout space, and something about a mixed martial arts gym just resonates with her. Then you have Brad in the middle. So he's a college age student, 20 years old, already very active, maybe involved in sports, but already works out on his own time. And he's just looking for that next step, so something extra to supplement his workout routine. And he loves training hard with intensity, and he thinks that doing like a Muay Thai class is exactly what he needs to level up. Then you have Stephanie, last but not least. Now she's the 9-year-old. Her parents are really incentivizing her to do this because they want to keep her active, build those social skills with other students of her age. And it's more so, not because she wants to learn how to do a guillotine choke or, kick someone to the body. It's a little bit of self-defense, but it's really just to build those personal traits and characteristics. So, like I said, what a lot of gym owners will do is they'll create one campaign saying, hey, we offer free trial for kids classes, very friendly, we cater to all sorts of people, learn 5 takedowns and how to dismantle your opponent. Like all of those text points that I just went over will be in one campaign, and you would actually get much better results if you just took a look at all of these avatars and made one specific campaign towards each one of them rather than throwing the whole kitchen sink into one campaign. So let me show you what I mean by that. And I just found these on Google, 3 different campaign styles that cater directly to those avatars that I just showed you. So the first one, for example, make a healthy change in your life today. So this would definitely apply to Amy, the person who's just looking for that lifestyle change, but not so concerned with, how many calories she's going to burn with this HIIT style workout. Then you have the campaign in the middle, new ways to punish yourself, mixed martial arts. So Brad might really resonate with this campaign. It shows the guy gassed out leaning against the cage, and that represents intensity, a hard workout. So that's exactly what's really going to resonate with Brad and have him opt into this campaign. Then you have the third one over here. Is your child ready for back to school? So there's very little indication that this is to join a mixed martial arts gym other than the fact that the kid in the front is wearing a gi and gloves. But as you can see, the rest of it, it's really catered towards those parents that are trying to get their kids into some type of program to keep them proactive. Now, all of these campaign styles are directing to the same exact gym, the same location. However, they're all very unique. And trust me, guys, the net results of each one of these is going to be much greater than just having one campaign and trying to engulf everybody at once. So, number 2, have an irresistible offer. So I can't stress this enough. A lot of gym owners, they don't like to give away passes, do giveaways or stuff like that. And I get it. No one wants to undervalue the service they provide. However, this is a really good way to get new heads into the gym. And I have 2 little examples, but the first thing you have to ask yourself, or that your avatar is asking themselves, is what's in it for me? So you really have to keep this in the back of your mind, because most situations are on the left over here. You have your ideal client who's at the bottom, and your gym is at the top of the slope. They have to fight against gravity to make it to your gym. whether that's scheduling time to drive over to the gym. Maybe it's just the fact that it's a new environment, so they're a little bit hesitant or scared. Maybe it's the price, so they don't want to pay full price for something, because we all know these gym memberships can get a little pricey. So no one wants to pay in full until they experience what they could actually benefit from the gym. Now you have your ideal situation. So 99% of you are here on the left. You want to get yourselves to the right. You want to have your avatar up here and have your gym down here and make the barrier to entry so smooth and effortless that they have no chance but to slide right into your gym. And how do you do that? Well, you have to have, like I said, good offers. So one that's time proven over and over is having the 7-day free trial. It can be overplayed a little bit, but I think when in doubt, this is absolutely a great way to get new leads. Now, something that I prefer even more so than the 7-day free trial is having a fixed amount of days for a fixed amount of dollars. So for example, 7 days for $7, 14 days for $14. And the reason why I like this so much is because you're having these people at least pay something to enter to your gym. And it's not so much that, $14 is going to break their bank or make you much profit. No, it's the fact that they're willing to take out their credit card and at least pay something for your service, or, give you some type of money. So these people, you can actually qualify your leads a lot better if you do something like this. Now, another really good offer is having a free service with their opt-in. So for example, a free personal training session, body composition testing with their opt-in, or maybe like a one-on-one instructing. So if you run a mixed martial arts operation, get 30 minutes of free Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training with our instructor if you schedule now. So something like that works really well. And last but not least, all of these offers have to have scarcity. So ideally in your ad headline, you have to make it seem that if they don't opt in right now, they're going to lose this chance in a week from now or 2 weeks from now. So that's really important. So we talked about the good offers. Now let's go over some bad offers. And one that I hate, that I see a lot of people really in any business doing, is join now and get 15% off. And I hate this because no one knows what your actual price point is for your service or product. So when you have 15% off, like what is it? Is it from an $80 a month membership? Is it from a $150 a month membership? And even with that being said, until the person comes into your gym and sees for themselves if the price point is worth the service or not, this is just really irrelevant to them. So I would recommend staying away from that. Also stay away from the buy one, get one. Believe it or not, this is actually very similar to the next bullet down, having no offer, because you're essentially telling these leads, okay, pay full price for our membership and we'll give you a free membership for a friend or a family member. But they still have to pay full price for themselves, and they're not going to be willing to do that if they don't get the chance to experience the service, at a discounted offer or for free. So I would recommend staying away from those. Now, moving on, this last point is super valuable, and I think this is probably the one that most people screw up the most. And this is really following up on your leads. So I broke it down into 2 columns. These are the actual outreach methods that you're going to want to do, and this is the typical response rate that you could expect within a 2-week time frame. So feel free to copy and paste this if you want. You could definitely utilize this for your own outbound strategy. But let's start off with the left. So when you reach out to these people, you want to have at least 7 touch points. So I know that sounds like a lot, but trust me, you're much more likely to under reach out than you are to overdo it. So for example, let's say you have a lead come in. You might follow up with a phone call without a voicemail. Then, let's say 2 days from then, you call them again, leave a voicemail if you still haven't heard from them. Within the process, you're also going to want to send them at least 2 text messages. Then you want to send them a video message. So on your cell phone, you could just record like a quick video and say, hey, Amy, we saw you opt into our list. Just so you know, we're going to hold your pass for another 5 days. But please let us know if you're going to come in because this won't last forever or something like that. Then you're going to send an email sequence in the background, 1 to 5 emails throughout that span of the 2-week duration, just to keep them involved, stay top of mind. And then a last chance phone call with a voicemail. Hey, we haven't heard from you. We're assuming at this point, if we don't hear back from you within the next 24 hours, that you're no longer interested. And that's totally fine, but we won't keep your voucher if that's the case. So just let us know at your nearest convenience. So something like that's very effective. And this is typically the response rate you could expect with your outreach endeavors. So on day one, let's say you follow up with this lead. What we've seen is a response rate of typically anywhere from 15%, maybe to 20%, 25% is really good. On day three, assuming you're still following up with these leads, you can expect a response rate of 40% of those leads to have reached back out to you. Now around day 5 or 7, assuming you've reached out to these leads at least, let's say 4 times or 5 times, then about 60% of those leads you should have heard back from. And then last but not least, once day 14 rolls around, assuming that you guys are diligently following this outreach outbound method, you should at least have heard back from 75% of your leads. So that's really typical ballpark that we like to stay within when we're tracking our funnel and everything like that. Now, with all those things in mind, here's just some really valuable tips. So the sooner you could follow up on the lead, the better. So this is where a service that we use like Zapier comes in really handy, because you could have these leads texted to your phone actually, and all you have to do is click on the number and actually call them right away. So it makes the follow-up process very simple and very convenient. So I would definitely recommend something like that. And if you don't have access to something like that, then just typically the better you can follow up on these leads, the sooner, the better. So we would recommend at least within an hour of when these leads come in. However, if you can't do it within an hour, then it's just really as soon as you can get to it. Also, like I said, you're more likely to underdo the follow-up process than you are to overdo it. So I really wouldn't worry about, being too annoying. If you're sending out like maybe 5 calls a day and 4 text messages every single day, then that might be pestering them a bit much. But you want to regularly stay on top of these leads, just like in a friendly way to keep them in mind. So last but not least, I would recommend keeping track of all of these leads in a Google Sheet or an Excel sheet. And this just makes it very simple, because you, as the busy business owner that you are, it's going to be very hard to follow up on these leads one by one individually. Especially if you have like 5 or 10 leads coming in every day and you have to teach classes and everything like that. So having a sheet, a Google Sheet that your whole team has access to, and they could help you with the follow-up process, and you can make notes with each column of where they're at the process, this is very valuable. And last but not least, let's say you make it to day 14 and you still haven't heard back from some of those leads. Well, what you could do is set up a Facebook or Instagram campaign and basically set up a retargeting ad to all of those people that you haven't heard back from. So this is where video testimonials could be very helpful, or maybe just like a quick video of your gym during one of the classes. So this is actually a bonus tip that we've seen work really well for leads that we just haven't been hearing responses with our emails or texting or anything like that. So anyways, guys, that's the end of this video. I hope this was really informative to you guys. Hopefully you got some value and you could start implementing these things into your own gym starting today. But I'm just curious to hear what your #1 struggles are with getting leads for your gym. Maybe it's the follow-up process. Maybe it's just the overall strategy I talked about that you're still confused on. Whatever the case is, I want you to drop a comment below this video and let me know. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys have. So thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you soon.